Hello and welcome to the next module. In this module, we are going to be looking at white chocolate macadamia nut again, but this time we're going to add a little bit of a curveball. If you recall from the last module, we loaded or compiled white chocolate macadamia nut on the victim machine, on our Windows machine here. And we then proceeded to steal the cookies and exfiltrate the cookies and load the cookies onto the attacker machine, which was the Linux host. And you may be thinking to yourself that attack was cool, but it required you to drop, a big fat Go binary on the disk of your victim machine. And this might not be the way that this attack is always performed. So another way to do this is to actually tunnel the debugging port that we opened earlier. So recall that in order for all this to work, we need to start a Chromium browser with a debugging port that is listening. What we can then do is go ahead and tunnel that local port out to our remote attacker machine. And once we do that and enter the password here, we could go ahead and flip back to our attacker machine and run white chocolate macadamia nut here instead. And once we do that, we'll get the same cookies modified. So this is just a quick demo of a variation of an attack. And again, why this attack is so impactful from a defender standpoint, because in this type of attack scenario, there's actually no additional binary dropped to disk on the victim machine. All that the attacker has to do is start Chromium or Edge with a debugging port enabled, and then they tunnel that port out, and then they can just go ahead and connect to it on the attacking machine instead. So these are the same cookies that were returned earlier. It's just that this time we're using SSH tunneling in combination with white chocolate macadamia nut to make cookie theft that much more stealthy. So that does it for this module. Just again, a quick demo to demonstrate how impactful this technique can be, especially when combined with various network tunneling techniques. So in the next section, we'll go ahead and start looking at some logs, and we'll start digging through the telemetry in order to go ahead and hunt an alert for this activity. So I'll see everyone in the next video. Thank you.